I'm very confused, Skeeter, every time that I watch her on the screen, because she's got shirts on that just say man on it, but she's got these big old honkers.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Welcome to another episode of On Your Mark. Oh, this show is the greatest wrestling podcast that's new to hit all the podcast stores and airwaves. And now this show's uncensored, and it's starring the greatest backyard wrestling entertainment champion of all time, and the only backyard wrestling entertainment champion, Mark E. Xtreme.
God dang it, Skeeter. I swear to God. When are you ever gonna fucking get it right? It's, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark Xtreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner of Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Champion and the host with the most of On Your Mark that has been tearing up the YouTube scene since 2014, and we have invaded the podcast. We're coming after that dick pill money. We're coming after all the tours, baby, and we're coming for the top of the chart. So you better look out, Conrad Thompson. You better look out, Vince Russo, because I'm coming for your spot. That's how you do it, Skeeter.
Oh, I'm here too. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about you, Skeeter.
I think somebody does. That's just probabilities.
Well, I'll take that back. The good Lord above must care about you because he hasn't strucken you down dead yet for being too goddamn ugly.
Are you talking about Vince McMahon?
No, this is church stuff. We can't get into religious talks. That's not this podcast.
Yeah, that's right. But it's uncensored. Isn't that right, Marky Xtreme?
Yeah, hell yeah. This podcast is uncensored. It's extreme. So while you're used to hearing all those bleeps and blops and bloops over on YouTube, this podcast is different. I'm saying fuck. I'm saying shit. And I'm talking about tits and dicks on this podcast. Baby!
Okay, well, I mean, it can also just be like unbridled opinions. You don't need to say all those dirty words all the time.
Skeeter, you know what? That's what the people want. They want that visceral content. They like cuss words. They like boobs and peckers. That's what the Attitude Era was all about.
It makes me uncomfortable. Okay. Well, today's topic for our champ is Becky Lynch.
Well, good, Becky Lynch. Okay, so what about her?
Oh, well, Becky Lynch is an unrivaled superstar in WWE. She has broken down barriers and done great things being the man.
Wait. Just not that. Okay. Just so before we get to the deep dive of this topic on today's episode, I'm a little unclear, which I have no problem with this, but just want to make sure you said Becky Lynch is the man. She's man.
Yeah, she's the man, which we'll get into, of course. Okay, yeah, she's the man.
Okay. She's the man. She's a man. She's a man. I have no problem with girls becoming men. You know, I'm a very progressive thinker. But I don't, Skeeter,
No, she's the man.
She's the man. Yes, that's what I said. And it's a little weird. I don't want to say it's weird because I don't want to offend nobody. I support it. If you like chocolate ice cream, that even sounds too offensive. I don't know this fucking PC culture. I don't know what's going to offend anybody.
I don't think that's a fan. I love chocolate ice cream.
Yes, God, don't get me wrong. I could eat a whole batch of goddamn chocolate ice cream if it was in my face.
I seen it. You ate one of them buckets one time from the grocery store, one of them chocolate ice cream buckets, and you just ate the whole
Skeeter,
thing.
I was carbo loading before a match, okay?
Well, then why are you crying? Does that get rid of excess sweat?
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't crying.
Nah.
Let's get back to the episode. We're talking about a man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, the man. So Becky Lynch had her career in WWE. She was going along the track, and she had this steampunk character, which everybody was excited about. She wore these steampunk clothes and came out and was connecting with the audience some. And then on SmackDown Live, she was the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
That's what I don't understand. How can she fight for a women's belt if she's I don't even know what I should say. I feel like I'm going to offend some fucking fairies out there. And also something that pisses me off is steampunk. I've never said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it right now. Steampunk fucking pisses me off. What the fuck is steampunk, Skeeter? They look like goddamn fucking stupid machines out there. Don't know how to wear the Tin Man fuck the damn sailing ship.
Well, what's wrong with steampunk? I think it's a neat way to express yourself. Maybe you're not a goth person, and maybe you're not like a EDM person, but you're like, oh man, I like stuff with coal and tubes and steam, and then they just want to wear big heavy things that are like old but new.
That's what I don't understand. It's like people that are into tubes and steam, and it's like you're a human being. You're not a machine. And it's like, for instance, Becky Lynch. What the fuck is she? Is she a man or is she a fucking woman? I don't know. I'm so fucking confused with Becky Lynch. Like, don't get me wrong. She's hot as hell. But then I even feel conflicted on the inside because I'm like, am I fucking saying that a man is hot as hell? And I'm very confused, Skeeter, every time that I watch her on the screen, because she's got shirts on that just say man on it, but she's got these big old honkers, and I can't keep my eyes off of them. But are they fake knockers or are they real knockers? And she got a pecker under there. She got a fucking vagina. What has she got under there, Skeeter?
I don't see what you're so confused by. Becky Lynch is a woman. She was the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion. She won in a Battle Royal and beat all these other competitors, and she's a woman. Duh.
Let's just need to file this one under Marky Xtreme. We'll never figure it fucking out. But let's continue with the show. Yes, she was the first ever women's champion, which I don't understand. And, steampunk is fucking weird. Skeeter, if you saw me walking into the goddamn backyard wearing a bunch of fucking tubes and steam, what would you say to me?
Oh, that'd be so awesome, because then you'd be like reinventing yourself. You'd be this steampunk version of Marky Xtreme. And then it's like, oh, this is so great. You're like a Jules Verne novel.
See, Skeeter, that's exactly why I don't let you write any of the storylines at Backyard Wrestling Entertainment.
Why not? Ain't you ever seen Back to the Future 3 because they like Jules Verne and they build a big old train?
Nobody likes Back to the Future 3, Skeeter. That's the fucking weirdest. That one makes me uncomfortable.
Why? They got a train. They built a big old train. They're out in the West and they step in horse poop.
Yeah. Sounds like a great goddamn movie idea. Good Lord. Glad you greenlit that one, Mr. William Morris.
I think people like trains. I think that's why that movie is the best Back to the Future movie, and that's why A-Train is the best character that Matt Bloom ever did.
A-Train is pretty sick, but back to the man Becky Lynch.
The man. Well, that's what I was going to get into, Marky Xtreme. Right before that, though, we got to get to our sponsor.
That's right, Skeeter. We got a hell of a sponsor this week. If you like going out into public not naked, and you like wearing shirts, if you like going out into public and getting all of the, if you're a fella or if you're a fella that likes boys, if you like going out into public and getting a hell of a lot of attention from whatever gender you're into, I make no judgments. From the shirts you're wearing, then go to prowrestlingtees.com/OnYourMarkShow because we've got some sick shirts in store there for you. Skeeter, which one is your favorite shirt over at the Pro Wrestling Tees store?
I like that Skeeter Skyflyer shirt.
That's the worst shirt that is on the store. But if you want to get some sick shirts like the Mark E Xtreme shirt or the King of Backyard style or Make America Wrestling Again, we've got all kinds of great shirts over at prowrestlingtees.com/OYM show.
Well, back to Becky Lynch. She had more success wrestling, and she never quite seemed to get the big one. She never quite seemed to get with the audience in this big connection. She had wrestled at WrestleMania 32 alongside Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair with Ric Flair in her corner, but nothing seemed to quite hit. And then a couple years later, in 2018, she had a feud with Charlotte Flair in which she had defeated her. And then she declared that to beat the man, she became the man. Therefore, Becky Lynch became the man.
So she had gender reassignment surgery. Is that what happened?
What? No, she said I'm the man.
She said to beat the man, you gotta become a man.
No, she beat the man, and then she became the man.
She became a man, yeah. And you know what, Becky Lynch, I want to tell you, I fully support you, whatever gender you feel like you were assigned to. If you feel like you need to rock a pecker, then man, rock that pecker. But if all I'm gonna say is this: is if Becky Lynch, feels like she's a man and can still go after the women's title, then maybe Mark E Xtreme should be able to go after a woman's title too. Why? Right?
Is Mark E Xtreme declaring right now he's gonna become women's champion?
I'm just saying, Skeeter, if that's the case, then I should be allowed to go after a women's title too. And you know what? Hell, I might need to start a women's division in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment and go after that title myself too. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make a point. But, back to Becky Lynch, she said to be the man, she's got to become a man. And sometimes you got to reinvent yourself in this business. It's happened time and time again, when Hulk Hogan was getting really stale back in the 90s, he became Hollywood Hogan and reinvented himself. And he started really, kicking ass. And, there's cases like this all the goddamn time, and I, for one, have never had to reinvent myself. I've always been something that people have, really, really loved in this business. But sometimes wrestlers really have to reinvent themselves to, spark that interest again, Skeeter. And this is just a case in point of that. So
you're starting to confuse me at this point. She's a woman, but she's the man.
I am so goddamn confused, Skeeter. I don't know who's what. I don't know who's rocking a pecker or a vagina anymore. I don't know where to grab or where to poke, Skeeter. So
I'll say this. I am proud of you today, Mark E Xtreme, because not once have you called any of the women divas. You've been calling them women and been respecting women's wrestling. I knew you'd come around to it.
I know I'm really trying to change because I don't fucking get it, but I don't know why it bothers people when I call the women's division what they were born as, like this. Becky Lynch was born a woman and now she's a man. So everybody just expects me to call her a man now, but I just sometimes like to call things for what they really are scientifically. And I think that the women's division scientifically is the Divas division. So sue me that I sometimes get a little confused. I'm not trying to fucking offend everybody all the gosh dang times, all these snowflakes out there. I just sometimes, I don't know what I'm going to say more, Skeeter, before I get canceled. I don't want to get this goddamn cancel culture to cancel me.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's springtime. There's no snow out, so I don't know what these snowflakes are doing. Okay,
Yeah.
It's time. It's time for a new segment on this show. It's Skeeter's little known fact. Now, I bet nobody knew this. Now, Mark Xtreme, did you know this? It's Skeeter's little known fact. Did you know that Becky Lynch is Irish?
Can you not hear a crazy ass accent?
Oh, you knew that? Oh, okay. I thought nobody really knew that. Okay, that was Skeeter's little known fact.
Skeeter, you're a goddamn idiot, man. Everybody knows that Becky Lynch is Irish, just like everybody knows that I got a big old pecker. I probably shouldn't say that anymore. I feel like I'm gonna offend somebody.
I seen it. It's normal. It's nothing amazing.
Wait. When have you seen my pecker?
You make me carry your towel. I seen it.
We need to move on. This is getting creepy.
I mean, I'd say you're a man. You're not the man. You know what I mean?
That's not funny.
I think
In fact, I'm kind of offended.
Okay. Then we work our way to the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. We culminate this career of Becky Lynch getting her face smashed in. She got a broken face. Have you, first off, okay, Mark, you've had a lot of things happen to you. You've had your leg cut off. You've switched fingers before in a match, like they got cut off and then you accidentally glued the wrong one on the wrong one and you lived that way for like 6 months. And you've had your eyeball inverted. But have you ever had a broken face? Becky Lynch had a broken face.
No, I've had all those things happen, but I have fortunately yet to break my face. But I think that, of all the injuries she could have, that was probably the weakest. I think she needs to step up her. I need to think she needs to step up her injury game. Take a note from me, right?
So Becky Lynch having a broken face doesn't earn any respect from you?
Not a goddamn bit, Skeeter. There's a bar to me that you got to pass to really become a man. Let's say here. And if Becky Lynch really wants to become a man, then she's going to have to either lose a leg or she's going to have to swap some fingers or she's going to have to, maybe get her pecker cut off, and then you do what you got to do to get it back on, and you don't go to the hospital because getting police involved just confuses things. But hey, my leg still works 6 days out of 7, and I can see things on most times of the day, and my pecker still works when I hit it right. So, you got to become a man, to really become a man like she wants to. You got to prove it.
Well, your pecker don't always work. That's why sometimes you eat a tub of ice cream and then you're crying because your pecker don't work so good.
Well, no, I'm eating a tub of ice cream and I cry because that's usually what makes my pecker work.
I guess, but that's not what you were crying about that day. So we got this match. This is the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. So Becky Lynch is the man going into this, and we have the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. And then we have the Raw Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey, who's an MMA fighter. And then we got Becky Lynch, and it's main eventing WrestleMania 35, and all the titles are on the line, all the women's titles. And this match broke all boundaries. Never before had women wrestled in the main event of WrestleMania, and Becky Lynch came away as the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. The man, Becky Lynch.
Cool. What do you want me to say about it?
Did you see this match, Marky Xtreme?
Yeah, I saw it. Like I have said this whole episode, I am confused. Breaking barriers. Yes, I think it's great if they let the Divas main event a WrestleMania, but this kind of broke the rules a little bit because it was an intergender match. It's right? Am I wrong? It's an intergender
she's
match,
a woman. So. Becky Lynch is a woman.
Okay, to each his own. Tomato, Skeeter. I don't know what she is until that pecker's in my face. I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
She ain't got no pecker. Unless, I don't know if you're talking about Ronda Rousey's mole, but she's still a woman too.
Prove it.
Charlotte Flair is a woman. Ronda Rousey's a woman. Becky Lynch is a woman who's the man. What's confusing about that?
That everything is confusing about that, Skeeter. For God's sakes, I need to be shown the facts. I need that pecker in my face. I need that vagina in my face. And until that happens, I am undecided on if Becky Lynch is the man woman, if she is a woman or the man, or a man, or if she's the breaking the law and stealing a women's title because she's a man. I don't know. I feel like I could cut this. I could feel like I could cut my goddamn hand off right now. I'm so frustrated. But you know what, Skeeter, makes me less frustrated is taking a trip over to Gary the King Baller's pawn shop. Skeeter, what do you think about Gary the King Baller's pawn shop?
I think it's great. Gary the King Baller has everything you could ever want inside that pawn shop. He's got old championship title belts from other wrestling promotions. He's got baseball cards. He's got Beanie Babies. He's even got guns.
Hell yeah. And if you want to, if you need a gun for your hardcore matches, then be sure to get it from Gary the King Baller's pawn shop.
Okay, we're going to be wrapping things up here soon, Marky Xtreme. Now, before we move on from WrestleMania 35, is Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch the greatest women's wrestling match of all time?
I would have to say no, Skeeter, because it does, to me, it's a gray area. Okay. Every time my grandpa says, hey, if you see a gray area on me, call the cops. Well, Skeeter, I'm calling the cops right now because this is a gray area for me. I would not classify this one as you can't classify this as the greatest women's match or Divas match because this is in fact a intergender match. I've been in a lot of years of school, Skeeter. I went to a lot of years of sex ed. I've seen a lot of pictures of peckers and vaginas. When somebody tells me, hey, I'm the man, and that she's, claiming to be a woman, that's a gray area for me, Skeeter. I've seen too many gray areas. I've seen too many peckers. I've seen too many vaginas to know what is what. And until Becky Lynch shoves her pecker in my face, or until Becky Lynch shoves her vagina in my face, I'm going to call a spade and just say that this is a gray area. I don't know if she's breaking the law. I think the police need to investigate because if she is in fact a man and she won the women's title, that is against the law in many states. And I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it right now. I think that Becky Lynch needs to be tried for her crimes. I think Becky Lynch might need to go to jail. I think Becky Lynch might need to do some time. And until she can prove that pecker or until she can prove that vagina, then the case is closed in my courtroom.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's Marky Xtreme's thoughts on Becky Lynch. But can I just clarify something real quick that I think people might want to know?
Sure, Skier. Knock them away.
When you call a spade, are you talking about Shayna Baszler? Because she's the queen of spades?
No, you dumb fucking idiot. It's a saying. Everybody says it. Call a spade a spade.
Who's Spade?
It's a saying, Skeeter. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about it's a cool saying that people say. I'm trying to say more hip sayings on the podcast.
Okay, spade.
What?
You said call a spade spade. So, spade. I call you a spade. There you go, spade. What happens next?
I hate you so fucking much, Skeeter.
But what happened? I'm calling you a spade, so then what?
You better hope, Skeeter, you better goddamn hope that this podcast starts making some fucking money, because if it doesn't, if we don't go to the top of the charts, if people don't go over, rate and review and get us up to number one, there ain't no fucking way I'm going to be able to do this with you much, much longer.
Well, the good fortune continues, because as Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship reigns, she had both titles, the SmackDown title and the Raw title. She lost the SmackDown one, but she kept the Raw one, and she's fought and kept it for over a year, which is coming up on your reign, Marky Xtreme. In no time, she's going to be 15 plus years. She kept that title, and she's also engaged to Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, who we can confirm is a man, because we have seen that pecker.
Yes, I have. Now, there's a difference between you two. I tell you what, right there, he's got a mean big pecker. Yours just,
okay. Okay, Skeeter. We need this.
Huh?
Just
put them side by side. Put them side by side.
Okay,
It's
maybe
not
I
even
will.
the same.
Maybe I will. No, Seth Rollins, you want to come over? You want to come to the backyard, have a pecker match? Well, come to Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, and I'll show the world who's really packing. And then Becky Lynch, I don't know if I was going to say maybe she could leave him, because I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just into girls, and I don't know for sure yet that she is a girl. But if she is and she sees my pecker, then she might want to leave Seth Rollins, okay? Also, he got her a fucking weak ass ring, Have you ever seen that little baby ass ring that he got her?
No, but I bet it could fit on your pecker, though.
I hate you so goddamn much. Oh my God. I hate you.
Becky Lynch is not a girl. She's a woman who's the man.
Oh, that explains it, Skeeter. Thank you.
Good. Okay, good. I'm glad we clarified things, and that's Becky Lynch in a nutshell. Oh, this has been a great episode, as all our episodes have been. So be sure to go to youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow and watch all the outrageous, crazy interviews that Marky Xtreme has had with all the wrestling greats, as well as other great content on there. You can check out the show on TikTok. You can tell your friends if they want to see little snippets or previews of the show. If they're like, I don't know if I'm going to get into the whole thing, you go to TikTok at OYM and wow, it's over 8,000 followers already. You can rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. That helps out the show a whole lot. And what are we going to do with some of the best rating reviews that we got, Marky Xtreme?
We're going to pick some of the best rating reviews on the Apple Podcast charts, and we're going to send out some free t-shirts very soon. So keep those ratings and reviews coming in.
And be sure to check out our Patreon. We've got a new stuff on there. If you go to patreon.com/OYM show, you'll see some of the new perks we've got there listed for you. And be sure to check out our pro wrestling tee store, where you can get that Skeeter Skyfly shirt, as well as all these other great shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/OYM show. Oh, this has been a great show. And I'm so excited that we got to talk about one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, Becky Lynch.
Yeah, and I want to apologize if this show offended anybody in any way. Just kidding. This show is uncensored. It's extreme, and it's hard-hitting. So if I offended any of you goddamn snowflakes out there, I don't give a shit.
Okay, there you have it, everybody. Marky Xtreme. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer. We'll be back next week, y'all.
Dragon Wagon.